The Mayfield incident, an event Saki would never forget, and one that would change Fiona's life forever. While Saki was studying abroad, she and Fiona became very close friends. One day while the two were in the mountains, a dimensional distortion opened up. Saki was rescued by her Arcana, but Fiona was left behind. Eventually, she underwent spiritualization and transformed into a spirit. Fiona originally came from a wealthy, titled British family. She's a young British aristocrat, so despite wearing that maid-like uniform, she isn't actually a maid. Ever since the incident, Fiona has desperately searched for a way to become human again and return permanently to the material world, but unfortunately, none of her efforts have borne fruit. While dimensional distortions occasionally allow her to cross back into the material world, she can't remain there forever because she requires ether in order to survive. On top of that, normal humans can't even perceive her. Only people with enough ether themselves can see her, meaning that for the most part, she can only be perceived by her fellow maidens. So if she wasn't originally a maid, what's with the maid getup now? Well, that's where Mildred Avalon comes in. After arriving in the spirit world, she encountered Mildred, who took her into her castle, where Fiona began serving her. Considering Mildred's ambitions, you might assume that she abducted Fiona or forced her into this arrangement, but that actually isn't the case. In fact, Fiona was grateful to her at first. Mildred took her in, treated her warmly, and offered her hope that she could eventually reconnect with everyone she had lost. Fiona even says that meeting Mildred was essentially one of the only good things to happen to her after her transformation. I wish I could say the same, but I want her dead! At some point, Fiona tells Saki that Mildred is helping her regain her human self, but this is where their relationship becomes a little darker. Mildred never straightforwardly promises, hey, I'll turn you back into a human. Instead, she tells her that there is a way for her to be together with everyone again. Understandably, Fiona interprets this as Mildred promising to restore her humanity. But Mildred meant something else. She exploited an extremely literal loophole. Her actual plan was to merge the material and spirit worlds together so that everyone would become like Fiona. Technically, that is compatible with what she told her, but that is not what Fiona thought she meant. Because of this, Mildred was able to convince her to unknowingly assist with her plan. Once Fiona learns the truth, though, she does turn against her. Her Arcana is Orichalcos, the Arcana of Steel. Orichalcos is one of the oldest Arcana and has existed within the elemental world for an incredibly long time, and it can freely manipulate metal. Its contract with Fiona is actually really sweet. Orichalcos has promised to lend Fiona its power until she becomes human again because it's trying to help her get her life back. After the events of the first game, she separates from Mildred and continues traveling throughout the elemental world in search of a way to restore herself. And by the third game, she spent a considerable amount of time traveling throughout the elemental world. Despite everything that's happened to her, she still tries to help those in need. And although every reunion eventually ends in another goodbye, Saki is still waiting for her close friend to come home, no matter how long it takes.